and welcome back. This is the last in our series of Back to Basics for EFT. I'm Dr. Jean Folks, and I hope you've enjoyed our journey so far. We've covered finding and refining your targets, of really making your setup statements tolerable and affirming for the self-acceptance that you're open to in that moment. We've talked about how to make your tapping prayerful if you choose to add that spiritual dimension to your tapping. And now, one of the big questions that I get asked so often, which is, how do you know when it's time to shift to the positive? And I think that this can get people in a lot of trouble. It can oftentimes cause your EFT to be less effective if you try to get to the positive too quickly. Of course, everybody is tapping, we're all tapping to get to the positive, so that feels like the goal. And so if we get there faster, it's better, right? In one way, yes, but in another way, no. Unfortunately, there is no way out but through, and we do need to process and release all of the negative feelings and thoughts and beliefs that we're struggling with before we're really able and have room to bring the positive in. Now, some of the signals that our system is really ready to start bringing in the positive can be a little surprising sometimes, because people don't think about getting bored with just saying, oh, this is my problem and this is my problem, and on about how difficult and how painful and all the strong emotions are. Yes, bringing your SUDS level, your subjective units of stress level, down to a 1 or a 0 is certainly one of your signs if you're processing specific emotions or body sensations or feelings of distress. But sometimes we just get tired talking about it and say, I'm ready to do something differently. And when you hit that point of I'm ready to do something differently, is a natural transition into the positive. Sometimes we just can't think of anything else to say. I have said everything about these headaches or this stress or this upset or these feelings about this memory that I can possibly think of, and I have nothing more to say on the subject other than I think I'm ready to let go. And when that spontaneously happens in your tapping procedure, that is the time to shift, rather than the temptation of, oh, I have this difficult feeling, and I have this problem with the stress, and I have this, and I have this, and oh gosh, I want to say something positive about this because this is terrible. So I think it's about beginning to discern the difference between simply wanting to get away from difficult feelings that are hard and really being ready to be done and to bring in something fresh and renewing and revitalizing. Now, if you get to that point of, I just don't want to say anything more negative about it, then in the spirit of tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, you can say, I hate these feelings. I'm so tired of these feelings. I don't want these feelings anymore. It's so difficult, and I've had them with me so long. And I am open to the possibility of beginning to release some of these negative feelings. That will also help your 0 to 10 SUDS number come down. So there are several different ways you can notice the moment of transition to the positive. But it all hinges on having sufficiently released the negative to have room to bring the positive in, because you're no longer cluttered with all of those troubling physical sensations and emotional struggles. So hang in there. with the venting part of your EFT. Bring in your spiritual resources we talked about in the last video, and wait for that moment of feeling done, of feeling bored, of feeling empty, of feeling through with it, of feeling a real desire for a positive change. And that will be the moment of a wonderful transition from release to liberation. So thank you for being with me on this journey of reviewing some of the tapping basics. Always feel free to go to my blog, tappingprayerfully.com, and leave your comments, your questions, your suggestions, and I will always be happy to respond to you. And I wish you well on the tapping journey. We'll talk again soon.